Well, welcome back, everyone, for our first decider match, our best of 3 between Fnatic and Cloud9, and what might be Cloud9's last map, and yet another group stage of yet another major.
Yeah, that was a disappointing finish for Cloud9. A promising start, though. They got the 3-0 on the pistol, but then it was just an absolute mauling from that stage. It didn't really seem to adapt. Big players weren't turning up, and it seems like the tactics on the CT side really weren't there. They're kind of just very static, waiting for things to happen to them. Kind of made Swedish made some sort of plays, pushing up the short, did find some picks, but has always answered back straight away. Really lacking conviction there. So I think similar things are going to happen on Overpass. It's one of the maps you do need to take the game to the terrace. You do need to be adaptive. You do need to be surprising them. And so far, it doesn't seem like Cloud9 have that today. They seem that they're a little bit conservative. And to be a team like Fnatic, you need to be finding those first frags. You can't allow them to work as a unit, taking positional control of the maps, because that's when it all falls apart. They just don't have the talent on their team to go toe-to-toe with these guys.
Yeah, not right now. And like you said, I mean, Shroud, there he is on screen. Perfect timing. I mean, he's got to step up big time. He bottom fragged yet again in that last map. And, you know, if, as Thorin predicts, and perhaps rightly so, if this team were to make changes, obviously the first one that everyone expects is Sean going into that coaching role. But if they do more than that, Shroud's been underperforming. And considering the hype behind him, I mean, maybe the door is close for him right now.
This is why we put so much pressure on him. Obviously, it's bad to single someone out, but we expect him to be top fragging. He needs to be up there. Like we talk about him being the point man with Freakasaur, going in, going blow for blow, making sure that they're actually getting those entry frags. But he was just really lackluster that game, holding a key area as well. He was holding down towards long and actually getting a lot of action there as well. Just unable to capitalize whatsoever. A lot of long control taken by Fnatic on Dust 2. And this is what worries me about going into Overpass. One of the most scary maps for Fnatic. They're just showing a complete lack of respect here. And I'm not sure Cloud9 have what it takes to actually work out how they can break down the terrorist defense on Overpass. It's kind of interesting how this map works. The CTs are always the ones having to push down, trying to find the first frag, utilizing long, going into the connector, or pushing up towards middle and getting that first pick. And that's one of the key points here. You can see some big players like Guardian and JW as well, pushing in towards middle, going towards Party, going for that first pick, having that confidence just to show that presence there. And Skadoodle so far, it's been talked about all tournament, lacking that confidence. And when he does actually show up Dust 2, it seems like he's actually getting his head ripped off most times.
Very good point you make as well. So unlike other maps, Overpass, for those who don't necessarily know the meta quite so well, is very different. And it is one of the newer maps in exactly what you say. You have to get aggressive on the defensive side. It kind of creates a more aggressive meta, creates some creativity, but it means also that there's quite a big punishment if you lose that first kill, if you lose that duel. So it's very, very different from a lot of the other maps.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is where we said before, Cloud9 had that promising start. It seemed like they were firing all cylinders, counted what Fnatic were doing in the force buys and stuff, but 3-0 came in, and then I think they got 3 rounds total after that. This is where they need to step up. This is tournament life on the line, going into one of Fnatic's best maps here. So on their CT side, expect to see a lot of aggression from Fnatic, more P90 play coming in from Flusher. He can be an absolute demon on this map, pushing offshore, causing havoc in the back here. So you've got to be very careful of him. But I think we are just about ready to get into the second map. It will be Cloud9. Starting on the CT side, the more favored side, it has to be said. But in this instance, I'd still say Fnatic are going to win this half pretty convincingly. Let's see if we can predict what's going to go down here on the pistol round. Have a look at Fnatic's buy going into this. It'll be one utility player. It will be Pronax. The rest of the guys on towards the armor buys as well. Most teams will favor the B bomb sites on the pistol round. Let's see where they'll be deciding to go. So it looks like they were kind of thinking about going there, but we will be heading towards middle. The aggression coming in from the CTs.
And that's exactly what they did. All they want to do is get forward enough to put those decoy grenades in a very convincing position. They'll leave one player there as well, so he can move and be mobile to convince it even further. But the rest, they go back to A, and they've sold it. It's a stack on this B site right now with 2 players as well in the hallways. Nothing. He thinks he's heard something, but he's not sure. He's going to go investigate now. But the problem is, it's too late. They're already toward this A site. And although they don't know it yet, it's home alone. They're going to walk in and just plant that bomb. Pronax also spotting the flank early. Krim's getting the kill, and now they're actually going to get held away from their own territory. The bomb site where they spawn, as the way they rotated in the map, it's just never going to work out from this situation. Nothing tries. He gets flushed back, but Pronax actually goes down again to nothing. So never mind, he's pulled it back. I thought for sure he would go down on low HP on that second kill. Olaf does get Freakazoid, leaves it to the 2-on-2. Bombs yet to be planted. As they've managed to distract and hold Krims out of position long enough, he's going to get spotted by nothing. So amazing. They pulled this round completely back to a situation that didn't look like it would even come this far. The problem is, again, nothing. 5 HP. That's 3 kills on 5 HP, and he brings it to the one-on-one. Crims is equal. It's 5 for either of them, but Crims actually closes it. If nothing pulled that off, that would have been brilliant.
It would have been brilliant, but it seems to be the theme of this match so far. Nothing coming within touching distance as well. The last player for Fnatic actually had 5 HP as well. He really had a fighting chance there, and unfortunately for him, it doesn't work out. That was such an interesting round for Fnatic. Like I said, most teams will favor towards that B bomb site, and they sold such a convincing fake. Didn't really have to sacrifice a player. Just 4 decoys actually pulled across all of the Cloud9 roster towards there. 2 players towards connector as well. Meant the bomb site was completely free for Fnatic. They came in with the backstab. Did come down to a one-on-one for some fantastic play for nothing. But the headline is they don't get the round. And Fnatic answer back with the 1-0 here. No force buy from Cloud9 here. For this stack coming in from long, this is really interesting. I haven't seen a play like this before. So 4 players waiting for the long push to come in. Fnatic are going to go towards the bathroom, so potentially could work out for them here, as they do look like they're actually going to make their way towards long A.
It's a very interesting stack. I don't think I've ever seen 4 players come into this corner before. This could actually be amazing. And there you go. JW spots it. Now Pronax goes, uh-oh, wait a minute. I can't go around that corner. There's no way in hell I'm taking that invitation. They get at least a trade on nothing. In a slightly different position on the map, but Pronax, again, locked out of here. Shroud's gone low on HP, but he just smokes it. He's going to not take the risk. He's going to fall back. They'll make that call for Sean, and he's going to collect him. So that actually worked out very well for Cloud9, but read well from Fnatic. They still got a chance to take this bomb to the B site unoccupied, and Olaf's going to try and hold off these rotations. He's managed to take down Skadoodle. The rest also coming from that same position. Smoke out now as well. Olaf could do this alone. He's got a great angle to do this. Nade does a little bit of damage onto him. Crimson Flusha, they can just sit inside the site now and wait it out. And unfortunately, yeah, it's just going to do it. Cloud9, they can't even crawl into this, so they'll pick up the 2 SMGs and use those in the next round instead. Yeah,
Olaf Meister just having to find 1 kill to secure the round there, and that smoke was absolutely perfect. He saw 3 players from Cloud9 stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Do we push through and actually get completely mowed down with the MAC-10, or should we just save and use what we've got here? They have got a MAC-10 and a UMP, so that's something, but a real chance to win that round. That long stack, I don't think we've seen that before. That was actually quite a nice read from them as well. Maybe a little bit of intel gathered from Sean Garris there as they get the first pick, but unfortunately for them, doesn't amount to the round victory there. Freakazoid may go down here as well, manages to just about stay alive. So they have gathered the UMP and the MAC-10. Unfortunately for them, though, I'm not really sure what they can do with that. Fnatic have got the 3 recon players as well now, so they'll probably do something a little bit faster this time, try and maybe just go straight towards that B split, go towards short, see if they can find those opening kills here. Cloud9 will be getting some upgraded pistols as well. CZ on Sean and P250 on nothing. So this is the fast B play coming in, and hopefully just going to be utilizing these SMGs and just getting it nice and fast into the bomb site.
And quickly indeed, they've got Shroud blinded, so he'll hide behind the pillar, down to 7 HP already. Does still manage to pick up Olaf Meister with one of those saved SMGs, but he goes down immediately after, and Pronax, he finds Freakazoid waiting on the sandbag position to allow the plant to come in, and that leaves it looking less and less likely. And there you go, 2 more players down. Cloud9, it's left to Skadoodle. He's trying to come in and just tap away with a USP, and there are 2 low HP players, so a bit of a chance to do some damage to the economy, but Fnatic's going to put this on 3-0. And Cloud9 will have to dig themselves out in the standard way, as they do get guns on the 4th round.
This is the thing. The good news for Cloud9 is they have the discipline to actually not go for the force buy here. I think that's such a perfect call. When you're up against a team like Fnatic, Cloud9 really can't justify going for the full force buy in the 2nd round. They need Skadoodle on this AWP. It's such a pivotal role on this map. They need the AWP going for those initial mid picks. He needs to be doing work now. He's yet to enter the game with a kill, so this is his time to shine. We'll be pushing towards Bath, and this is the kind of play we wanted to see from him. And he won't be going for the full aggression here, just going to be looking towards Fountain. Looks like Fnatic will just be going for more of a passive style here. We can see nothing pushing down the connector, trying to gather any sort of intel he can. Takes a little bit of damage there, but still can stay with this position.
Maybe did greater damage onto Crims as well. Just reading that he would be pushing onto that short pipe. Can't overextend, because now he knows with that nade coming through from the hallway that there's someone else in close proximity. Needs to be a little bit more careful, and now it's going to be 2 players that push onto him through the smoke. They get the trade. It's Flusha with the headshot from the MP7. Bomb's still way back toward T-spawn though, so they won't be able to act quickly upon that single kill, and they need to be careful as well investigating, because Cloud9 still have 3 players committed right now on that B site.
Yeah.
And smartly, Fnatic looks to go toward the A position. That's where Skadoodle with an AWP is waiting, and he's smoked it long. This allowed JW to get very close.
This is the thing, they still have 2 smokes remaining. They can just do some key smokes towards the truck, towards CT spawn. This could be Skadoodle taken out of this round. JW just sneaking in there. This could be devastating. Skadoodle probably will get taken down. He's not going to have an absolute clue as to what's going on. Here come the initial smokes. Going to be in a difficult position now and has to be forced to go to this close angle.
That smoke may save him from JW because now he pushes forward to get to the great position. He almost takes both when they line up. And in the meantime, his teammate Freakazoid was able to get JW. If he had picked that kill, this would have been entirely Cloud9's round, and it still may be. Freakazoid comes through, it's Flusha to go down. Pronax has to hold the 1-on-3 all by his lonesome, and only has 13 HP to do so. They know he's behind that truck, and Sean Gears gets it. Cloud9, they'll take the first gun round, and this is good. This gives them a chance to start a comeback already.
JW sneaking onto that side. I thought that was a dream situation for him. But that's actually the smokes Fnatic employed, actually forced Skadoodle to go out of position and saved him ultimately. If he had stayed where he was behind the truck, JW would have got the quick kill in the back, and that would have been the bomb side open. Skadoodle hides in that tight corner. It's a pretty much a one and done situation, but he manages to hit both players there and pretty much secures the round as well. Freakazoid clearing up in the end, but that's a really nice way to get back into this game from Cloud9. Obviously, Fnatic had a lot of SMGs, and they won pretty convincingly in the first 3 rounds, so they're going to have a decent buy going into this. JW does get the AWP. The AWP still in the hands of Skadoodle as well. They managed to gather that, so he's going to be changing his position. This is good, it's dynamic. He wants to be going for these first picks. Going to be holding long this time, Guardian style. Boosted up on the flower bed there. Looks like a lot of mid pressure coming in from Fnatic now.
Single smoke on the front of the bathrooms just to make sure that they can push more aggressively and not get caught off by anyone playing in that connector. Now they'll send one toward the hallways as well, that stairwell, just to see if nothing's there. They didn't actually spot him though, and they've left that position, so nothing might be able to sneak up on them. And Skadoodle getting that shot on JW means that they're going to be able to contain Fnatic even greater. Good shot from nothing. There it is. That flank comes into play already. Bomb down and out of the hands of Pronax. Still very grabbable, mind you, but like I say, Fnatic, they're completely locked right now. Cloud9 have them on all angles until nothing goes down, and Crims, he's given them an escape plan. Flush is going to rotate over and start to join in on the action, but Olafmeister is still very close to the precipice of the A site, and that bomb is on his right. There's no smoke in front of him. Surely he's going to get caught in transition, if not sooner, and Sean Gears, he finds that kill. The headshot from the AK-47 leaves Olaf no hope to even attempt the regrab, and Skadoodle, he's very close with this AWP, but he's got a player with a rifle on his left until Sean goes down. That's an overcommitment. He pushes out, and Flusha was just waiting there. So now Skadoodle, he's left alone. He does still have Freakazoid to join him, and he actually has pushed forward. He's playing more passively from the dumpster. He gets aggressive toward trucks because he knows these smokes mean Skadoodle, if they push on the right, he won't be able to spot them. And he does at least get Flusha. It's down again to Crims, 31 HP. Skadoodle very smartly stays alive and manages to pick his time and opportunity.
So Fnatic going for this very loose and cavalier playstyle, not being too technical. That is going up towards middle, and they're actually taking advantage of the positional control. Nothing obviously stuck towards connector, but it's Skadoodle finding that first pick towards long, does open it up. That's on your screens right now. Nice little shot to take down the AWP player, and then nothing, waiting patiently towards the connector, comes back with the backstab, isolates the T's here, and it did come down to a little bit of a tricky situation. I'm not really sure why Sean pushed through and actually got taken down there. Made it like a little bit of a questionable round here, but Skadoodle now showing that aggression, knows the money advantage in their favor. It could be pretty much a full eco for Fnatic here. Focusing their efforts towards the B-bomb site. 3 players going to be waiting towards that though. Shroud opens it up, taking down Crims. And now then the T's actually not going to be committing to this too heavily. Just trying to see if they can work a pick, get some distraction towards short.
Things looking all right for Cloud9 on the anti-eco as they hold this completely as they should. No one getting aggressive, no one taking any chances. All the damage going against Fnatic, very little. In fact, only 6 HP on Shroud going against them, as there's just 2 players left to take down. Flusha and JW both coming over toward this B site. One with a P250 and flashes, one with just the Glock, and the one with the Glock's gone. It's left to JW. Nothing comes out and supports Shroud, and it will be 3-3, but here we go. They'll have guns again for Fnatic.
So I'm going to kind of predict Fnatic are going to change the pace a little bit. They'll probably go for a straight-up B execution here, trying to skew a set piece, get themselves back on the board. There's nothing, that nice little pick towards short on his screen, but that's what I expect to see here. The set loose play style going in, not really working out too well for Fnatic. I think Skadoodle, if he went towards B in this round, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Looks like he will be going towards the A bomb site once again, maybe towards middle, showing that aggression. You can see they're actually going for full on. This is the time to shine, Skadoodle. Can you find that first pick? And narrowly misses out there. Doesn't do any damage, but gets key information there. But does get taken down by Olafmeister. And that's a huge frag to take in the context of this round.
That could have been disastrous, too, because they were all hugging the wall together. If you could have lined them up there, Skadoodle could have found more than one, but no escape route. It's a long transition back to that bathroom position. He gets caught out And now it's a two-man advantage because Crim's getting that second kill on Sean Gares means that they can walk into the A site. You expected B, but nonetheless, you're right in the tempo. It's been much quicker this time for Fnatic, and they've already got a bomb down. And unfortunately, Cloud9, they're nowhere near the site. Pronax gets caught out, though, not expecting nothing to be out toward long as he gets to try and go through connector, look toward the stairs, and secure that post-plant position. He's caught in the act. And now, Cloud9, they've slipped past JW. He knows it. He hears him, but he can't find him. The no-scope does take down Shroud before he can do any damage. That could have been very interesting. JW's left on 2 HP as well, but they just need to play the time, and they have managed to get someone out toward that bathroom position that they could just bait it out. Nothing, last one left. Fortunately gets saved by the bomb there because it looked like he was going to go down and lose that rifle, but bailed out by the detonation.
That should have been Cloud9's round. Skadoodle showing that aggression. He had the better spawn. He had 5 players on his screen to choose from and actually whiffed the shot there, and that could have been the opening pick. That would have saved his life as well to slow down the T slightly. He gets taken down without a kill whatsoever, and it's going to put them in a difficult situation now. Obviously, Fnatic crawling back into this, taking the lead. 4-3 now in their favor. They're going to be going for full AKs, pardon me. But the CT's still showing this relentless aggression. They want to go for that first pick once again. Skadoodle not going all in this time, just be holding towards the bathroom. Going to be smoked out though, but Pronax showing his hand before the smoke even goes off. Narrowly misses out on dying once again, but nothing gets taken down from the connector. And now it goes back again, wants to the 5-on-4 in favor of Fnatic. Skadoodle needs to start hitting these opening kills that get presented to him.
Absolutely. Especially, like you say, on this map where it's so aggressive, the CTs have to run out and find that attack and kill.
Sure.
That, just what a difference. Like you said, would slow them down, would give them map control. It's just an absolutely crucial part of the map, but never mind. Over toward A because it's a plant on B. Olofmeister takes Shroud, who managed to at least get JW before going down, but now they've got positions. Freakazoid, he took the initial damage against the AK, still gets the kill on Olofmeister, and it comes back to a 3-on-3 in the post plant. Pronax and Water caught out by Sean Gares, and they were in a great position to trade it. Sean, he takes down Flusha to his left as well. It's left to Crims. He's gonna sit back. He's got the bomb planted in front of him. Already taking down the first threat spots, one crossing, but Sean, another great round from him. 3 kills, and Cloud9 will tie it back up on 4.
I'm not sure it's going to be close, you know, they didn't have kits. I think they've just got it is fine. I thought that could have been a little bit more dangerous than that. That's the thing. Sean had to find that kill straight away there. Had he had not done that, that round would have slipped away. Both players no defuse kits whatsoever, but a really nice retake. After losing that first pick on Skadoodle, I called him after having to start hitting that first shot. Didn't happen for him. This retake from Sean, he's had a fantastic tournament so far. Really has been stepping up for his team. Gets those first 2 picks and finishes it off with a nice little kill on the short there as well. So Fnatic, after winning 1 round, the money obviously reset, and they're going to get $1,400 going into this one, so they will be on the pistols.
Interesting to note as well about Sean. He seems determined. He seems out to prove a point, and he's the leader of this team against Semler on the desk said he was the one that looked realistic about this. He looked the most focused before the game.
Sure.
Something to be said for that, perhaps. But as you say, this resets money for Fnatic. Nothing gets caught out, though. Gives up a P90. Olaf with the Tech 9 will have that in his equipment to work with. And now another pick. JW gets Sean Gares, and they're just getting torn apart one-on-one right now, Cloud9.
Sean plays that position quite a lot, so obviously Fnatic going to check that. Gets taken down then. It's now at the 5-on-3. They're not playing together. They should read the money situation here. Play more passively. You know they've won 1 round and lost the subsequent one, so just get the crossfire set up. Hold the bomb sites. They won't really be able to do much to you, but they go down 1 by 1. Still have a chance to win the round. Skadoodle knows he has his work cut out for him. He's actually pushed up pretty aggressively in the bathrooms here. Could be dangerous considering the weapons they have, the running guns, the CZ, the P250s, but they have picked up a P90 as well. So what's the plan here from Fnatic? They have got incendiaries to play with and a smoke grenade on Pronax as well. So I think they're just waiting for the CTs to react. Obviously, they know they've got full advantage here, and it's the CTs that need to make something happen. Skadoodle, pressure on his shoulders right now.
He's gonna spot. No, doesn't see Pronax. I thought he'd see him in that transition, that cross. On the other side of the doorway, 3 players immediately in front, only able to hit 1, and only at that lags him. Again, another situation where very easily could have ended up to be 2 for 1, and it gets none in the end. And now it's really problematic for Cloud9 as the anti-eco is falling apart. 2 men left, 5 up for Fnatic, and a bomb down on the A site that they have absolutely no control over. And they aren't looking overly aggressive in trying to get it back either, because they know how much this will hurt them.
Yeah, this is an absolute nightmare situation for Cloud9. Just when it seemed like they got themselves back into a nice driving position there, it's that first 2 picks that really frustrate me in a way. You don't need to commit like that. You don't need to be isolated by yourself. Go for that aggression when you're trying to surprise Fnatic. They're the ones hunting a frag down. You know they haven't got weapons. Getting picked off 1 by 1 is just unacceptable in this stage of the tournament. It's so much on the line. You're making these kind of fundamental mistakes, but there we go. They do manage to pick up a couple of frags there. Keep their rifles as well. The story is here that Fnatic do go ahead and bring it to 5-4, and now they're in a really bad economical situation. They did save the 2 rifles here. They could force if they wanted to, but 2 players on 1,500. Need to work out how they're going to approach this one. I think they will be force buying into this. So a couple of players will be pretty well equipped. Some not so much. You can see nothing now with the UMP. He's had a pretty quiet game towards those connectors so far, since the gun rounds have started at least.
Here we go.
This is the B play now.
Fnatic, yep. This is what you were talking about a few rounds ago that happened on A. This time it's going to be fast on B. They catch Shroud out. Why is he standing above? Trying to get a nade out, but those barrels take so much bullet penetration that they're almost an additional layer of armor, and he's standing on top of them. It's a bit peculiar. Freakazoid, nonetheless, he takes down Flusha to compensate for it. Pushing into water as well gives them a bit more, or their construction, excuse me, gives them a bit more map control. Olafmeister, he actually gets blinded up. That seemed like a free kill, and Sean, he finds it, bails his teammate out, and now they have another approach to take this site back, and it's brilliant. Cloud9, they come in from all angles and just tear Fnatic apart.
Yeah, that fast rotation, that's the key thing about Overpass is you can go from one bomb site to the other. We know Cloud9 has been showing a lot of aggression getting into that connector area. The B rush comes in for Fnatic. They find the first kill on Shroud as well, but somehow the round completely falls away from them at that point. You saw that easy kill coming in from Shaw, but Sean is just there once again, finds another 2 frags to add to his tally. Having a great game so far, and that's a massive round to win once again. It's going to put Fnatic in a difficult situation as well this time. Such a back and forth game so far. We go to 5-5. Obviously, we do traditionally say this is a CT map. I expected Fnatic to run away from this one, but it's actually pretty competitive so far. Having a look at the frag board so far, it seems like Sean is leading the charge there, along with nothing it seems, but full buy of rifles for Fnatic as well. Pronax with a Galil this time. They have got smoke grenades. These are more of a traditional round for them. This Freakazoid showing this aggression. He's going to hear the sound and then gets taken a lot of damage there as well. 31 HP for him.
He almost got spotted by Crims in the act, and as you say, going low on HP in that fire. It only would have taken the 1 bullet anywhere in the body. It didn't even need to be a brilliant shot. It just had to be on his model somewhere. I lost my words.
Anywhere on the model.
Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying. Either way, slowing the pace considerably here. We saw Sean, they throw that very early bounce smoke out off the railroad tracks that lands exactly there on the mouth of Monster, allows them to slow the terrorist if they have a fast enough spawn and get them set up in the B site. That's exactly what they've done. As it's going to be Freakazoid and Shroud playing together, and we are going to see that front bathroom boost that we... Oh, I take it back. Minimap lied to me. I looked like they were going to be boosted by the bench. Yeah. They're both inside, so this is actually interesting that they're stacking at a very close angle.
Much slower play this round for Fnatic. Got to be clearing out that connector area. They know nothing's been playing there. And you can see Sean pushing in now. Going to find yet another kill here. Great opening play. This is where they can fall back to the bomb so they can justify it now. He wants to make sure he doesn't give his kill away, and once again they do. They're overcommitting. Just fall back to the bomb site and you get the advantage. And now they're on the back foot once again. 4-4 normally does favour the T's, but there we go. Nothing going absolutely huge there. Taking down Pronax and Olafmeister. Answers straight back now and gives them a real fighting chance into this round.
And he may get more, yet still does. Crims goes down. He's low on HP, but he's done more than enough work for his team. And naturally, you'd expect him to lose that duel to Flusha with 5 HP in close proximity, but Skadoodle's there, and he hits the fast shot with the AWP. Cloud9, they've got a lead.
You can see the look on Sean's face. He realized he made a little bit of a mistake there. Once you get that first pick and your position's been given away, don't run out into the open and try and get another. Just fall back, or we've set up a crossfire. Wait for the T's to react to you. Luckily for him, nothing stepping up with 3 kills there. Going absolutely huge. That was nuts from him. You can see the replay on your screen right now, catching a player out with a smoke grenade in his hand. So good stuff from him. There's the third as well. And we go into round number 12 now. It's going to force Fnatic onto yet another Rico here. No utility to play with whatsoever. So looks like they'll just be bursting towards B. Going for the short control right now. Skadoodle's getting some intel towards middle, but it's not going to amount so much as he falls back to the bomb site.
Freakazoid and Shroud to play together again on this B site, but this time they brought nothing over toward the window to add an additional defender. Quick rotation spot as well from that window. Does see Pronax's head jumping inside of construction, so knows they've at least got a few players committed to that position on the map. Freakazoid on that Q will try and spam through plywood and see what he can find on the adjacent side. No one there to collect that damage. A little bit of return fire dealt, but it only takes him down slightly onto 73 HP as Fnatic now look to put all their attention toward A. And this gets interesting because how quickly can Cloud9 adapt and rotate? Skadoodle's gonna buy them time, gets one, not able to hit that second shot out toward long, goes for it a second time, but Sean, he comes out with the rifle to pick it up. He's gonna push forward as well. He's got a second over to the pistol, and Flusha has no idea he's there. Brilliant round from Sean Gears.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from him once again. The bomb does go down, but he clears up. And this is much better anti-eco approach from Cloud9. That's how you should be doing them. Let the T's come to you, mop it up. Don't give them the chance to actually take that first initial frag down. That's what they're looking for, those opening picks. Learn the lesson that round. It's a really convincing one as well. And Cloud9 are actually, after losing the pistol, putting up a really good showing here. Only 2 gun rounds for Fnatic so far. And they're actually looks like Cloud9 are in the driving seat in this one. If they can win this half, they put themselves in real good stead here going into the second half. So I called out Fnatic to win this one in terms of the T side, but it looks like Cloud9 may run away with it.
It's looking a little bit better and better every single round. Again, slowing Fnatic down. We see that smoke deployed. They seem to find a way to control the pace. That seemed to be something that slipped away when the guns came out, but JW getting nothing does start to look favorable for Fnatic.
Spam as well towards short. That's incredible. So that's the first pick coming in. Heartbreaking for nothing. They have taken a lot of damage though. Olaf and JW low HP, but 3 players with a CT stacking towards B right now.
And I'm not sure Fnatic's going to commit to this. They know that they forced a rotation on that kill on nothing. Bomb looked like it was going back to T-spawn, but they'll sit around, see what else they can find. And maybe with the second kill now from Crims, they may just go for it. They may just take the advantage they've got, because it is a 5-on-3. But mind you, Crims, Olaf Meister, JW, all below 50 HP. It wouldn't take much to drop them if they get the right angle, if they can find a way to line them up on entry. And Freakazoid, that was a risky play, but it pays off. It brings it back even closer before that action happens. And again, it's a high HP player, which still leaves that possibility for a lineup. Now Fnatic look to try and investigate elsewhere, because they know the advantage that seemed very, very likely to work in their favor has diminished slightly on that, again, aggressive peak from Freakazoid.
It's going to be Freak now on the A. B-bomb side by himself. Can he hold these guys off?
And in they go. He's going to find the first one. JW down. They did Molotov out Toxic, but he plays the ramp instead. And now he just waits in the water. He has to get the rotations over toward him, so he needs to play this smartly. And Olaf, that was aggressive to jump toward him. It works out perfectly because Freak's there waiting. And now Shroud does get the timing to walk in, close out the round, and it's going to be a 3-round lead for Cloud9.
Really convincing hold there from Cloud9. Getting the 5-on-3 situation and somehow bouncing back into it as well. There's the first pick from Crims onto Sean Garrison. You can see Freakazoid, like he said, the risky play needed to make something happen. He took him down, and it's just a really nice hold from him. He has found his confidence now in this tournament. Slow start from him, but seems like he's firing on all cylinders now, and it's going to force Fnatic onto this questionable buy as well. How many rounds they lost in a row? I think it's 4, so there's more of a quasi buy, but then they have got a couple of players still around the $1,000 mark, but let's see what they can do with this. Tech9 and Mac 10 to work with. Skadoodle once again towards middle in the bathrooms area, looking at that first pick. There's really the B play coming in.
Much better smokes this time, so even with that Molotov on the Toxic barrels, there's no way to peek from the ramp because of this. Freakazoid's going to get very aggressive again. He's going to jump up on top of the site. He's on the plywood. Shroud finds Pronax, and now Freakazoid gets Flusha because they're overwhelmed. They're confused. They haven't located these players inside the smoke. Eventually, 2 kills come back. Bomb went down in all this action. And suddenly JW's made it around, because I was about to say it looks like Cloud9 are going to overwhelm them again, but they've got control. Skadoodle goes to the pistol. He takes down JW, but look at the positioning from Olaf. Great kill again from Sean Gears. How clutch has he been on this half?
Yeah, so calm there. It's like a different Sean we saw in the last major. He seems to be firing on us, and he's like his deathmatch. I actually talked to him before, yesterday before this game, and he said like he's been playing deathmatch. He wants to show he can keep up with these guys, and I think he's been top fragging consistently throughout this tournament for his team there. Really nice crisp shots coming in, and it's good clutch play as well, as you said. So we're going to round number 15 now, the last of the half. Fnatic, obviously with a lost bonus, can justify now a 4 buy with the AWP as well. They've got smoke grenades, and it seems like Cloud9 still going for this aggression towards mid. There's going to be nothing going towards connector. Hasn't worked out too well for him, but he has had some good backstab positions. Let's see what he can do with this round.
Freakazoid again trying to just get an early read. He's out of spot Crims, but the incandescence of that single Molotov allows Flusha to spot him first. And it was Crims that threw that fire. It's Crims to follow up, take down nothing. And Sean, he's going to push long. He needs to get some control back. He knows the situation, but what a shot from JW. He's the only one that could act that quickly, having missed and been forced by a rifle in such close proximity. Meanwhile, though, Cloud9, with Skadoodle and Shroud, managed to pull this back slightly, as it still remains a man advantage for Fnatic, but I think the HP paints a pretty good picture that Cloud9 have a great chance of still pulling this off. Fnatic, meanwhile, though, they're going to commit to this B site, and both the Cloud9 players, they're on A.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult retake for them. Once the bomb goes down, you can see them very far away indeed. It actually looks like Skadoodle's all the way towards long, so once that bomb does get planted, which is now, this is all going to come down to Shroud. What can he do here? He was still on the A bomb side as well. They have got kits, a couple of grenades to play with as well, but Shroud needs to find a kill in the next 5 seconds or so. They're going to have a real chance of retaking this one.
Quick flash from Shroud. And the nade as well. Unfortunately, they look to the side. If that had gone past the pillar, it might have caught Crims, but there it is. With The low HP, it might have been a chance, but once they had so much time to stabilize those post-plant positions, pretty easy just to calculate where they were coming from. So 9-6, not bad overall from Cloud9.
Losing the pistol and getting 9-6 against Fnatic on Overpass, that's ridiculous. Like, what we predicted was going to happen, Cloud9 really have stepped up. It's so many clutch moments going in their favor. It wasn't necessarily their approach every single round and getting their first picks. They were maybe losing the first picks at the start of the round. There's just some players stepping up huge. Sean and Nothing going clutch, and a lot of round key moments as well. Freak as well with his B control. And some towards the end of that series as well was actually really impressive. So we go into the second half. Cloud9 can get his pistol, you know, they're in a serious chance of taking this map, and that's not something I think any of us predicted.
Absolutely not. I mean, again, if that is the weird thing. You wouldn't have predicted it. Again, they picked Dust 2. They didn't pick Overpass. But knowing the history that they've had on Dust 2, I actually might have suggested that they had a better chance of taking it. But you're right. I would have said this was 2-0 Fnatic. Again, if this does go to cash, Cloud9 may find a way to pull back into this series quite convincingly as we await what is not necessarily a tactical timeout, but a time in which the teams will use to be constructive and discuss before they go. Exactly.
It's obviously so much on the line right now. Cloud9 know they're in such an advantageous position. They've actually won the first half against Fnatic. They have a real chance here, but they get the pistol. It's all to play for. So it'll be interesting to see what approach they take on this pistol round. Obviously, like I said before, most players, well, most teams will actually choose to go towards the B-bomb site, go nice and fast, maybe a key smoke towards the window area. But that's what Fnatic went for. You remember that tactic they did with the decoys, pulled all the Cloud9 across. That was really interesting to see that one. Obviously trying to trick the meta a little bit, Fnatic there, but looks like the game will be starting in around 15 seconds, so this is it. What can Sean bring together to get his team over the finish line here? The interesting thing, Skadoodle, one of the players we expect to absolutely go huge for them to win these sort of halves on the Overpass, looking for key picks. He only gets 8 frags, but it seems like they didn't have to rely on him too much.
And there was one round on A site where he managed to pick up 3 just with patience.
Yes.
So he did have some impact as well. Sometimes the total kills don't paint the entire story, but again, Sean Garris for me is the guy that stepped up incredibly well throughout the entirety of the tournament for Cloud9.
Olaf having a quiet game. 6 frags in the key matchup here versus Shroud. Well, here we go then. The second half begins. It's Cloud9 on the T side of 9 rounds. Fnatic on 6. And it looks like Cloud9 going for that early mid control. A B stack coming in from Fnatic. This is what I kind of called for. They're going to be waiting for the rush here. But not going to come in just yet. Fnatic have one player towards Longsby. JW, the silenced USP, just camping behind that lamppost. Maybe the Beast player is going to come in here. Straight through connector, up short. Here we go.
Very quickly as well. Crossfire set. Crim's forced to hide a little bit longer because he's blinded up, but he wants to bait this. He wants to use the timing. He does manage to take down Sean, but Olaf, he's going to take Freakazoid, even though Cloud9 desperately look to get the better of those trades. It still remains 2-on-2, and JW, he's come very quickly on the flank. Shroud's going to hear him only just, and he manages somehow to avoid the accuracy that was non-existent there from JW. Olaf's tagged as well, down to 12, but there's the accuracy. JW just takes down Shroud very convincingly, and he might have missed once. He won't miss the next 2. Skadoodle's gone, and it's Fnatic to pick up the second half pistol.
Yeah, all around the world there from Cloud9. Going towards middle, trying to show some sort of presence there. Try and pull some CTs away from the B-bomb side by showing so many people towards that area. Go towards connector, the fast play up to short. Looked like it was going to work out really well for them in that stage, but all of a sudden it fell apart as JW goes absolutely massive. Olaf picks up 2 frags himself.
And this pistol statistic is one that's definitely interesting because how much do pistols help? I mean, it could be potentially in each match 6 rounds that you get just from winning those 2 pistols in each half. So 7-1. They've only dropped 1 pistol, and I think that was the first one of the first game today because right now they're 1-3 out of 4 pistols in this match.
Absolutely amazing. So this is interesting. Once again, Cloud9 not opting towards a force buy. It's been a problem for their game in recent tournaments. Force buying too much, not giving themselves an actual chance to get into the game against these top teams. That's a huge grenade coming in from Crims. Leaves Freak on 1 HP. Shroud taking a lot of damage as well now. They are isolated here. Just have to run out. It's going to get mowed down here, but Shroud does manage to make it work for him. Not twice a chance been with 2 kills of his own, but this is almost a throwaway round now. Getting the bomb planted in the first round just means they can get the AKs on the next one. So just trying to end this one as quickly as possible. Nothing sneaking in. See if we can find a cheeky Glock kill here.
Being as quiet as ever about his position. Door opens. Pronax spots him. Again, Nothing. Just trying to do whatever he can to get that headshot, that single peek with the crouch. Pronax, he's not going to be inviting toward it. He'll just sit back and wait for him to push. That's exactly what happens, and now it's 9-8.
This is where it gets interesting. This is the round in Dust 2 that Cloud9 threw away a little bit. They got the AKs out. And they even knew that Fnatic had the SMGs. It was went for the full-on rush through some really tight choke points, got completely sprayed down by P90s, MP9s, MP7s, you name it. It all went wrong for them. Take a more methodical approach this time, work the rifles, get some key map control, go towards long, take middle, execute onto the side. They have smoke grenades here. Just treat it like an actual gun round. Don't try and force the issue too much. Let's see what approach they've taken here. Looks like all 5 players towards B is going to be the fast take. This was a problem for them on Dust here. They're going for it once again.
And they go past Monster already. Flusha blinded, forced back in the corner, and Shroud, he's trying to find that tap. He's hoping he's going to repeat, but he's actually already slipped back across. Meanwhile, they found kills elsewhere. They don't need that player at the barrels. All they need is Pronax, and he'll get 2 to close it out. We are tied on 9s.
Full on B rush then. Didn't want to go for the slow play in the picks. Just wanted to try and get in there. The surprise factor can be very viable on a map like Overpass. Obviously, you can get in so quickly. If you do find that opening frag, the bomb site falls apart for the CTs, but unable to break that one this time. So do go into 3-0 in favor of Fnatic. They break the economy of Cloud9 as well. It's going to be 1 eco for them, P250s and a second line as well. 1 flashbang to play with, so I would assume this is another round that should be end very quickly. Fnatic showing that aggression towards Connector. And the top of Fountain as well, actually. Grim's taking down Shaw Garris. Takes a decent amount of damage, goes on the 16 HP.
Considering Sean was fully blind there, it was a great push, but did decent damage to get him down that low with no vision, just firing at the choke point. Again, though, like you say, just the pistols for Cloud9. And lots of space created with 2 kills already from Fnatic. They'll just cut them apart as well as they walk into this B position. Pronax in the window has a second man as well on short. Flusha gets a little bit overextended though. He could have just sat back toward jungle and waited for them to approach the site. That does drop 1 M4. So a little bit of economic damage. Good try, good effort from Freakazoid to try and just plant that bomb. Use the space he had and get more money for Cloud9, but ultimately he gets shut down in the process. They lose another man, but they'll pick up another round.
There it is. Pretty easy round there for Fnatic. Not really much to talk about. No bomb plan of Cloud9. So here we go then. The first real gun round coming into this one's going to be AWP and Skadoodle. He's going to be glass cannon there. No armor, no grenades. Going to rely on him to get that opening frag. He does actually buy 1 smoke grenade there. But JW, we know how much of a demon he can be on this map. Relentless pushing. Sometimes we'll just push long all by himself with the orb and go for that opening frag. He's going to be long this time. Looks like he will be going for that early push. Freakazoid watching towards short. Nothing opening up the fragging there. Fantastic stuff from him. Make it a double. Somehow gets 2 kills in that situation. All of Meister answers back though.
Sean Gears, meanwhile, he'll look out toward A at party. Trying to figure out what's going on the other side of the map. Again, though, with this man advantage, they've spread the defense quite thin. Need to be aware of JW's position because if they don't put anyone out toward long to find out he's there, he'll be able to turn back and play from long and then use a pincer maneuver as Flusha. He's already inside of the site. Fast. He gets Sean immediately. They won't even enter. I was going to say they could trap them on the site itself, but Cloud9, they may not even get that far. JW, he follows it up. Shroud's down as well, and the double up setup is paying off massively right now. Olaf Meister as well, down in the lower tunnels. He's ready for this rotation back to the other side, and Skadoodle's going to walk out directly toward it, and that's going to be the bomb down as well. Nothing. His chances of doing anything in this round became exactly apt to his name because it's a 1-on-3, 17 HP. That nade alone may actually catch him just behind him. Does put him down to just 8. But again, the chances of him pulling this off are slim to none. Absolutely. As he does try and pick up a flash. If he's going to die, he's got to die now as well.
Oh, he has got the bomb. Just going to make his way to the A bomb site. Could actually get a plant here. It's probably the best he can hope for. Just going to go straight into that plant behind the bomb site boxes there. Doesn't decide to do that,
that's interesting. He heard them coming sooner than he thought. Great shot on JW. The problem is he had the safe plant to go in this corner. Now they might get onto him. He still does manage. So slow push right now from Olaf. He's not wanting to take the chance because if it goes down to a 1-on-1, it would be a problem. He's surely going to peek. He does spot him late. Nothing almost slipped all the way out of vision and onto long. That might have worked with any WP in his hands, but it is going to be Fnatic nonetheless.
So nothing getting those first 2 picks towards shorter side of the round. Really interesting start there. And the AWP play coming in from Fnatic, that double AWP setup. Flusha and JW doing some serious work there. Some great snapshots from Flusha to shut down Cloud9. After getting those first 2 picks onto B, I'd assume they would have actually gone into the B bomb side. Decided to get back towards A. And here's the shot here. It's actually the double spam coming in from nothing. That's actually kind of nuts that that's happened. That's really rare.
That's incredible, actually. Yeah, that's
definitely
noteworthy.
There we go then. It's not going to amount to anything because they take the round. It's going to be really disappointing for Jordan there. But double AWP setup coming in once again. JW towards long. And Flusha, he's going to be more mobile up. He's going towards B. I like this actually. He should be able to get a picker as well. There's going to be 3 Cloud9 players waiting for him. They've got 4 rifles here. No AWP so far.
Max does spot that door opened up as he jumps above from the sandbags on Cat. Spots up a player, but doesn't do much damage. Sean is down to 48, actually. I take that back. It didn't look like he was going to connect with much of that, but they have done some significant damage to the terrorists before they enter the site. Wall of smokes now in play, though. We haven't seen this full execution yet from Cloud9. And Pronax, he wants to take the fight to them. He wants to go through these smokes, waits for the team flash to come over top, and he'll jump above. He'll deny the bomb plant. No, just barely getting it down. That gives Cloud9 still a chance in this, as it does sit in a 3-on-3 now. Shroud, brilliant kill on JW. Scoodoodle taking down Olaf again. Increases chances, but it's still even keel. 2 versus 2. Both players locked out from Fnatic on the catwalk position, and Skadoodle aggressive peek will find Crims. It's on to Flusha, and that AWP, he's going to hold on to it. Cloud9, they'll get to double digits and keep it within 1.
Very Virtus Pro-esque that round. So you go straight towards B, go for the wall of smoke straight away, Molotov out some key areas, get the bomb down there. Looked like Pronax was going to be the snake in the grass there. If Eddie had stopped the bomb going down there, that could have been a serious chance for Fnatic to get back into that one. But it does get planted, forces the situation and the pressure towards Fnatic. But Skadoodle actually stepping up with his AK-47 there, a weapon we rarely see him wield, actually doing some fantastic work and actually a little bit stronger than the AWP perhaps today. But that's another round for Cloud9. It's not going to force Fnatic on Swedish just yet. You see the scoreboard just on your board there. It's going to be Crims leading the charge so far. Flusha, quite a game we expected on Overpass with 8 frags, but round number 22 now. Once again, Cloud9 with the full AK-47 by bomb heading towards B. I've got the smokes to do a similar tactic if they so wish.
Double nade to make sure no one pushing. And now they'll take advantage of that and just push through the doorway as well and try and get back to B quickly, but they've compensated. Fnatic 3 players here. Pronax, he's going to wait on the inside of this smoke. The other 2 players, though, mind you, from Monster, they're forced back toward water. Does give them a bit of an entry point, and they're going to take that already around the corner. Freakazoid, he's looking for that entry. Nothing's already planning. He's burning alive. He'll go down in the end to Pronax, who just catches him with enough spam. But it doesn't matter because bomb planted and a man advantage from Freakazoid. Cloud9, they've done it again. Just that quick maneuver to get inside and force it against Fnatic. JW, good chance for the flank. Does find Sean Gears waiting, but now they've got the information he's there. And they'll be able to compensate and adjust accordingly. Meanwhile, though, Crims has spotted both of the Cloud9 players, so we'll see how they can set this up. If they can find a way to get the trades, if they can force them into the open. Freakazoid, well played not to get caught, and they have to retreat. We're going to go to 11-11.
Actually, it's going to break the economy, it seems, of Fnatic as well. A lot of teams will do these big set pieces. If it's working out for you, the CTs can't hold you off. There's absolutely no reason to stop doing them. If you can get the wall of smokes down, you're getting in, your key players are making those opening frags, the bomb's going down before you even make contested kills. That's actually really viable to keep running that strat. And then you start playing the mind games. You can start doing fakes to that. You can just start going straight towards A when they try and stack B here. But here we go. They have broken the money for Fnatic. They have 1 gun saved on Crims. The rest of the guys on CZs and PT50s. I was going to assume they were going to stack B that round. They're going to be going straight towards middle. For that early aggression here. Cloud9 changing up the pace a little bit as well. He's holding them a little more passively. They're expecting something like this from Fnatic, it seems.
JW, if he catches one here, it could be big. Does get one, but only one. They're there to get a quick trade. Skadoodle with the AWP in doing so. This boosted bathroom, we haven't actually seen this all game. Cloud9, they never ran it, and they get the spotting with it. That's how it's done. Unfortunately, they can't find the kill. Sean's there, and he knows there's a second member, but still he pushes through, and Pronax able to retrieve his weapon, or his teammate's weapon. Gets that kill immediately. And Flusha, that could have been a threat as well. That could have changed the round entirely if he picked up just that single kill at long. But it does come back to a 3 versus 1. It's Olaf left alive. Bomb's going to go down. And as you say, just from breaking the economy, Cloud9, they might just get a late lead. It's going to be back and forth, I feel like, for the rest of this game.
Yeah, this is a really exciting map so far. So undetermined as to who's going to be the victor here. Cloud9 taking the lead on the T side. Unexpected results so far. They do manage to keep 2 players alive. Skadoodle, importantly, saving the AWP. Found a couple of frags for himself this round. Olaf will be saving the AK-47. Just having a look at the CT money right now. They should be okay for the next round for a nice full buy here, especially Olaf saving that gun. That's going to help out a lot. But the bomb does explode for Cloud9 once again. That's 3 in a row for them on the T side. 2 convincing B takes there, and just a nice team play based round. Going towards long, working the frags, and getting the bomb down now. So we go into round number 24. And what's the approach here from Fnatic? They have shown a lot of aggression towards middle, but not the right time for them when the B play is coming in.
Well, let's see what they can do with this buy on the terrorist side. They're going to go to 2 Galils. This is close. Both teams sitting on very, very low money. Cloud9, even though they've broken, like you said, that economy from Fnatic, they haven't put themselves in a brilliant position to really extend theirs either. So just as quickly as they took the lead, Fnatic could snap it right back. And this round means an absolute massive amount in the context of the game. Good push from Olaf Meister, finding Sean Gare, second man there as well. He's not going to overextend on that, and he's actually done good damage alone on that play to Shroud, down to 18. And look at Crims. He's pushed out knowing that he's locked in that doorway. Pronax as well is there. There's no way Shroud's going to get out unless they tear them apart from within, taking over the B site and backstabbing them at that construction position. And Pronax, he finds Shroud before that's even possible. Crims turns back, finds Freakazoid as well. They're walking in too slowly, and Fnatic just took way too much map control early. Yeah,
really nice crisp play there from Olaf Meister. Getting down to connector, finds that first frag, but doesn't overcommit to the situation there. Just gets the kill, gets information as another guy down, and falls back. He's giving great intel to his teammates, so they're going towards B. He's gathered that. And then just a real nice setup there from Fnatic to hold them off. That's the first kill there. Doesn't commit to the situation. Then comes in the flanks from his teammates, taking them down. Nice little spray to finish it off. We go to 12-12, and after that buy last round, and we had to assume Cloud9 will be on eco this time. There's going to be pretty much Glock buys, P250s, and one Tech 9. A couple of flashbangs to play with. Looks like they'll be making their way towards P for that fast play once again. It's been a problem for Fnatic. Should be able to hold this one off, though.
Already on top of the site, but again, knowing the situation with money, they just sit back passively. They don't force the issue with those pistols, and look at the damage done. Raining the nades onto the site. They still get a bomb plant down, but very smartly thought out from Fnatic. Get passive when they know they're on an anti-eco. Make sure they don't give up anything stupid and carelessly early, and very, very well executed round to give them back the lead. Again, like I said, they just snap it back like that based on the money situation.
Well, the good news is for Cloud9 there. The best they could have hoped for was getting the bomb down. You can see the money on Sean. He's got 3,800. Had they had not got that plant down, he wouldn't be able to buy at all into this round. They would have been on the Tech 9, so that's fantastic. So a pause is coming in. Sean's going to take that one. Obviously, the money's not great for them. They want to work out how they can approach this situation. Probably can't justify an AWP. This round's going to be 5 rifles once again. It's the B plays that have been working out for them. I think they're probably trying to work out, do we go for those set pieces again? Do we try and do a fake of that? Or do we simply try and work the picks and find the aggression of Fnatic?
We have seen Fnatic put an additional player on that B site since the first wall of smoke, but even in the next round afterward, Cloud9 still able to get that fast bomb plant down, secured it. So you're right, maybe B is where they have to approach, but at the same time, do they get overly predictable? Do they have to just initially in the start of the round put a player toward A to lock down those two CT players from being able to rotate early?
This is the thing. They haven't brought up just yet. Obviously, if they do buy up into this round, they could get the smoke grenades. They're not going to have the full arsenal. They're not going to have the Molotovs. They're not going to have the HEs, the flashbangs. So it's going to be a difficult situation for them going into this one. We're getting into the business end of this match now. Cloud9's tournament life on the line. Fnatic in the lead. 3 more rounds required to take them into the next round. You feel the tension building, Matt?
Absolutely. I mean, this is everything. Again, Cloud9, another major. After such a great performance mid-summer, they failed in Cologne to make it out of the groups. Looking at it could be possible again here, and this time out, I mean, there's ever been a time in Sean's life when his brilliance and prowess of being an in-game leader, his tactician, needs to go to work. It's right now. He needs to get this team rolling and get them immediately back into this.
The problem is here, the fact that Cloud9 obviously taking this pause, it shows they're going to try some sort of adaptation here. Fnatic at this time as well, they get to come up with their own game plan. They'll probably change things up, throw a spanner into the works, go for something super aggressive here. I wouldn't be surprised if JWs went absolutely ham and just went for a really, really aggressive angle here. They have decided to force buy up in this one. Sean, knowing how valuable the utility is going to be in this round, he opts to go for the Galil, get the Molotov and the smoke grenade. This does suggest a more tactical approach. If he's not going for the AK, he's actually going for the grenades instead. Maybe they will go for that B set piece again, just to try and get it down and see what they can do. Looks like they actually won't be opting for it. Going to be going towards the mid control. Going off Meister, once again making his way down to connector.
So we're going to see Cloud9 do exactly that. Just look toward A initially, see what they can figure out. Not at all looking toward that B play, actually, and just that decoy and a single player. And he's going to push through. It's nothing. He's going to push through Monster initially with no utility and try and find the battle on Flusha, who behind the barrels is very easy to take him down. This limits things, but good pick from Shroud, because if Olaf was able to get up those tunnels and take away the entire map control, lock them out toward the party and playground areas, then things would be really grim and dire for Cloud9. Crims, meanwhile, though, does find Skadoodle out toward long. And it, again, limits how much options Cloud9 have, so they have to go onto this A site fast. The crossfire's there. Flusha, again, another kill for him as he's quick on the flank and rotation. The op, JW, spotting the feet, but can't find the shot on Freakazoid. He's there for the taking, but not to be grabbed, as he will fall away. Pronax, though, meanwhile, he'll show up on the flank this time, and It will be overpowering. There's nothing Cloud9 can do to take down the second man, and it's 2 rounds to go for Fnatic. The economy is slipping from Cloud9.
Yeah, it's in tatters right now. Really difficult situation. Like we said, tournament life on the line. You've got no money. Looking at the barrel of match points in favor of Fnatic. They need to work out what they're going to do with this one. So they'll be going for the quasi-buy once again. Same thing happened on Dust 2. This time, though, they have a real fighting chance of staying in this one. If it does go to 15-12, they just need to find 3 in a row. Not impossible. That last round was interesting. I'm not sure why nothing pushed through the monster tunnel with a smoke grenade there. Obviously going for that surprise factor, but a difficult way to throw away the first frag there. So we go into round number 27. All 5 players committed towards the B bomb side from C9.
Maybe look at the push on the A site from Fnatic. They know
So
that
much
they're there.
intel.
There's no way they're on A. So
watch the rotates come in now from Fnatic.
they've locked off 90% of the map ultimately in this situation. And Flusha, he's just going to spray through that smoke at Monster. Knows they've got to be out there. They try and get aggressive. And Flusha, he gets all 5 as he sprays through with the pistol to follow it up. So an ace from Flusha. Anti-eco, mind you, but that's going to put them on quarterfinal point and tournament point for Cloud9, unfortunately.
Yeah, in the wrong way.
Yeah, tournament demise.
So then, round number 28. Obviously, Cloud9 taking that decision to go for the eco that time and go for 3 in a row now. Problem is, Skadoodle's on the glass cannon. 1 flashbang. He needs to find his first pick. And Fnatic not relenting just yet. They're going to be pushing towards middle once again. JW going for that aggressive peek. Skadoodle not there. Just in time to make anything happen with it. Still a 5-on-5. They really need to find his first pick to give themselves a real chance of getting some map control here. Some aggression from Fnatic. JW is back towards long.
Spread the map a lot more evenly this time, Cloud9, so they haven't been able to push Fnatic as they did last time. Watch Nothing's position, because he's just waiting in that corner as Pronax goes on the aggression this time to get information on the A site, rather than the B site, rather than A. Nothing's there to wait, and Flusha, he may walk out and meet the same fate, because he's going to go take that duel, but he wins it. We don't see that on screen, but that's very important, because the lurk, there you go, there's the replay, it goes down. And Sean now has to battle forward on A. They've lost their rear gunner, their second option. Bring it back to 3-on-3, walking in. Olaf almost not collecting that kill. Might have given them the A site to work with, but Bomb's now down at his feet, and JW's pushed all the way up long. Surely he's going to walk out and find at least 1 here. Cloud9, they're not going to hear him coming. They're too distracted. They're too preoccupied trying to get toward the site, and it's Flusha that they run into again. It's all said and done. 2 straight maps. Fnatic, they'll move into the quarterfinal. And Cloud9, unfortunately, North America, they're bowing out here yet again.
Really sad to see these guys go out. It was a really well contested second map there. After winning the first half there on the second CT side, getting 9-6, looked they had a real fighting chance there, but it was just too much momentum gathered from the second half from Fnatic. They got 5 in a row. There were 3 really nice runs there from Cloud9 to finish things up, but Fnatic, the victors here, 2-0. The scoreline everyone predicted, but not as close, not as far gone as we may have thought.
And that said, though, keep in mind where Fnatic did have to play for second spot in this group. It alters what we might have predicted to be the expected semifinal. So TSM, VP, and Envious are the other 3 favorites. Well, they have to play one of those 3 moving forward. So if you look at it, and this is kind of reading into it a little far forward, but as we don't know, it's randomized for the next section. It gives someone like LG or Na'Vi, potentially, maybe Titan if they can get by NiP, a chance to get to that semifinal, or maybe NiP themselves, who looked like they could have gone out yesterday. So it definitely shakes things up just from that win from Luminosity. But that said, let's hear from Fnatic and what they exactly expect moving forward.
Thank you very much. With JW, congratulations on the victory. Straightforward 2-0 in the end. Was that what you were expecting?
Both yes and no. Like, we expect to beat every opponent 2-0 pretty much, but obviously we don't. But yeah, I think we had a pretty good game plan going into the game, and we hit our shots, and yeah, I think we just played great overall, everybody in the team.
Flusha doesn't seem to need to see anyone to kill people.
You know, he's just lifting over in his corner. It's like nobody knows.
It's crazy stuff. So in terms of the matchup and the way that it's worked out in your group, it hasn't worked out the way that you expected, perhaps. So what did you change, if anything, from yesterday with Luminosity?
I don't think we really changed anything. We just kind of talked about a match, and like, I think we kind of screwed up, and we failed by not playing our own game, you know? We tried to adapt too much to them, I believe, and stuff like that. So I think we didn't really say anything else than just refocus, you know, because we're here to win, and we can't let a loss affect us that much. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Triple major winners, the only ones to have won more than 1 as well. You've also won both of them this year. This would be a 3rd in a row and an unprecedented 3 in all of the year. Does it I mean, it obviously adds a little bit more pressure on you, but what is it about the majors that makes you guys turn up and be hungry to win every time?
I mean, the majors is like unbelievable. It's what you play Counter-Strike for. Like the arenas, the crowd, everything is always top-notch at the majors. So I think it's in the back of our head that this is it, you know, this is what we play for, and everybody just steps up. So I think that's pretty much it.
What about motivation, though? Because you've won 3 already. How do you motivate yourself to win yet another one?
I mean, we're here to win everything, so of course we're always motivated to like prove to our fans that we are the best and like keep breaking records. So I think we're always super motivated.
Quarterfinals next, of course, but you go into the quarterfinals as a 2nd seed. Does that worry you at all that you might get matched up with someone maybe you don't want to play so early in the tournament, or do you have that kind of we have to beat everyone anyway?
I mean, I could play TSM. Like, we just want to play the best first, I guess. It doesn't matter to us. Like, we can play anyone. We're here to beat anyone, and it doesn't matter if we meet like a better opponent in the quarters because it's our fuck up. Sorry, family show. But yeah, it's our fault. And sure, I probably should be happy that we are in the quarters, but I mean, I'm not happy until we have won. So.
I like the fact that you're never satisfied with how you play or how the team plays. Congratulations to JW, ladies and gentlemen. Fnatic are in the quarterfinals, the 7th consecutive time here at the Majors. Let's find out what the boys on the analyst desk made of that.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that, Paul. And you can see JW is right. Obviously, at a major, you have to beat whatever's put in front of you. Yeah. They're not feeling too intimidated as they go into their 7th consecutive quarterfinal. I've got to say, there was almost I guess especially if you're an NA fan, a depressing predictability about the way this game went. I mean, just destroyed on Dust 2, Overpass, it looks deceptively competitive, but once again, Fnatic can go through the gears where Cloud9 can't. Just some thoughts about this encounter here.
I mean, history tells us Dust 2, great map for Cloud9. Even the stats were telling you that online, and in NA, it's still a home map. It's what they built like those finals off was the Dust 2 cache. That was the maps that people would play them on and they would do very well on. But they don't want any part of Dust 2 when it's against Fnatic. Fnatic's a better Dust 2 team, and you saw, it only looks close because of the sides that they started on first time. There was enough rounds there for Fnatic that you knew Cloud9 was going to struggle. I mean, Cloud9's T-sides in general, they've had issues.
Oh, go ahead. I don't... Yeah, okay.
Okay, well, yeah. I didn't say you had to talk.
No. Yeah, as far as the Dust 2 game went, you can see that Cloud9 were trying to adjust, and they even got off to that good CT start, because usually, okay, that's the first order of business, right? You're in Dust 2, you want to get that CT economy going, and they got that, and then as soon as that started happening, we started to see the individual skill. We had the double from JW's AWP straight away towards the slope on A long. So, they started to get the individual skill going, and when JW is having a good start, that's always going to be good for Fnatic. And then we start to get adjustments here and there as it always felt like there was always a situation where Cloud9 were a step behind of what Fnatic were wanting to do. So Fnatic would basically start dominating them on long, dominating them on these various positions. Then we get the adjustment from Cloud9. They can kind of maybe get a semblance of like some kind of, okay, we're kind of like figuring it out now, but then boom, does Pronax throw something at them completely different, and they're just a step behind again. They can't catch up.
And who does the Oscar go to?
We're getting a statistical breakdown, obviously brought up for everyone at home. That's going to come very shortly, but we've just heard that Scott in the mix zone has grabbed the ice cold killer Crims for a quick interview.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Yes, I am once again joined by Crims. A heartfelt North American thanks. Thanks a lot, buddy.
No problem, man.
So, my job is obviously to break this down and get into some deep tactics with you. That first map, Cloud9's pick, they start okay, they win the pistol, they win the next couple, ends up being 6-9 the first half, and that's literally where it ends for them.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about the map. We made a good T half that we usually don't, but it all worked out, and they hit the shots, and it was really good calls from Pronax.
Yeah, I was going to say Pronax had great calls. He actually had some good frags as well. And then on the other side of the coin, like you said, Cloud9 never got it going. You kept their money in a very bad way. And then Shroud, who is supposed to be a guy that really needs to step up on a regular basis, goes 7-17. Did you guys do anything in particular to isolate him?
Actually not, but I'm really surprised that Shangaris played as well as it did. So it doesn't matter if like Shroud, the superstar in that team, is on a low level in this match because Shanghai stepped up and did most of his part, and it was really annoying to face him.
Yeah, and again, you goose egg the second side, so that's an easy one. You go into your map choice. Again, Overpass. Again, kind of starts the opposite. You win the pistol, you win both pistols, but in the beginning you win the pistol next couple rounds. Cloud9 kind of starts to get going, but again, you got Olaf shutting down even the second kind of force on them. He didn't let them rotate. Initial thoughts on that, and then we'll get into some rounds.
I think we started pretty good on the T side on Overpass, but I mean, it was pretty hard. It was a long time we played Overpass and LAN, and I don't know. I don't feel really comfortable on that map, but Pronax and Olaf and Flasha did some crazy things, and we got a eco round, I think, on T side. That was really key to win the T side. So yeah. And
then round 5, round 5, Ska kind of lights it up a little bit. You start seeing his op play. Same kind of question I asked you about Shroud. Do you guys look at a guy like Skadoodle and go, okay, on this particular map, he kind of plays these areas, they're kind of predictable, we need to shut his op down?
Yeah, exactly. It's really simple to play against a good opper, actually. You have to just think simple, just throw a flashbang, 2 flashbangs, and just rush him down. If you go aggressive in defense, you just throw a smoke and flash and just rush the site down, and there's not really much you can do. We can like get 1 or get lucky, like get two in 1 shot, but you should often like just rush the site with flashes and smokes.
And then, late in the game, Cloud9 calls a timeout, and we love the idea of these tactical timeouts, right? It gives you a chance to reset. Obviously, they come out of that timeout, it doesn't work. You take that next round. What do you guys do, not when you call a timeout because you need it, but when the other team calls a timeout? What are you guys talking about?
I mean, last times we have just taken a breathe, like talking about if we know they have done much strats and stuff like that towards bomb sites, so then we think they're gonna try to do other things like towards the opposite way of the map. So that's just it, and just tell how good everyone are and get our ego boost going.
Gotcha. Now, due to having to play today, obviously you came out of the group 2nd seed, so normally this wouldn't happen so early in the tournament, but you get to play a team called Envious next. What are you thinking about that matchup?
Good old rivals, but yeah, it's going to be a hard match, actually, so I don't know really. We have to study some demos today and just prepare individually to be ready tomorrow.
All right, well, thank you very much, and again, congratulations. Even though I'm a North American guy, good to see you guys back in your top form. Obviously, a little streaky online in the last couple months at some tournaments, so obviously we saw Fnatic today that is kind of peaking, ready to rock and roll again.
Yeah, exactly. I think we got it this time. No more down results.
All right, that's going to do it from me at the Mix Zone. Again, thank you, Crims, again. When we come back, the guys are going to dive deep into this game, and then also keep in mind, our next match is going to be G2 taking on Mouse Sports.